All right, well, I'm just still putzing around on the 49. Been working on the rocker panel down here, sanded it down, filled it in with putty, as well as this, sanded all this off, sanded down the center section where the trim will go, and then filled in certain areas with some putty there on the door, as you can see. There we go. So what I used was this wire wheel, clean it off, and then just I hit all the grits. I think it started out with 80, I worked my way up to 240, I believe. So, and then up here I just hit it with the rust stripper wheel, and then did a light sand. As you can see, if you look closely, it's not the greatest sand job, but got this section all painted up, so that looks really nice. Now with the custom, I believe there's chrome trim that goes around the windows, so that'll make it look really nice, a little bit of detail. So yeah, just keep chipping away, and then I'm going to go in for some dinner, and then maybe work on this back door later tonight. So all right, well, I'm putzing around on the 49 and working on the passenger front fender. You can see I got a bit of a mess going. I got it clamped up because this section here sticks out. I got it clamped. Tried to use my welder, and for some reason my welder wasn't working. I'm not sure what I was doing wrong. So what I'm going to do is fill this in with body filler. This is metal reinforced filler. I'm not sponsored by Bondo. This is what I bought. It's what I'm using. Now I'm going to fill this in, wait for it to dry, let it dry overnight, and sand it down, and maybe have to apply some more. So just keep chipping away at it. doing quite a bit of sanding, sanding down the body filler. Just wanted to make a quick video and show you how bad I suck at body work after all that work. I truly suck at body work. All that sanding from 40 grit all the way up to 320. I'm just so mad. Well, I guess the plus side is I own a shoebox. So I got the primer done on the back. Got the primer all done on the passenger side now. I'm going to paint it, and then next summer I think what I'm going to do is go back over all the areas like that, from the passenger front door all the way to the driver's front door, and go all the way around. But because there's a lot of touch-ups I need to do, you can see, and it's like that all the way around the whole car. So, but for now, I'll give it painted and just keep chipping away at it. All right, well, I got the final coats of paint on the doors, as you can see. Now that I've calmed down, these doors are pretty rough on the passenger side. That was a lot worse than the driver's side. So what I think I will do is, my plan was to take these doors off anyway. So maybe during the winter, I'm going to make my shed into a little paint booth, little work area during the winter. And so I think what I will do is, because I want to clean up all around this and put a door seal all up around here over the winter. Take each door off, take this off, clean up the bottoms of these doors. They're a little rough up underneath. Clean all that up, paint it. So, and then put new door seals on all 4 of these doors. So yeah, so now that I've calmed down, so let's take another walk around, and then I'll just go back over these doors again. Kind of a waste, but that's all right. I'll get them cleaned up. So there it is. So once that dries, I'll take the tape off the doors, and then maybe here in a day or two, I'll look into putting the chrome strips that go up around the windows. There is a window section right here that I need to put back in. So I'll put that back in somehow, put the handles back on, and just do little stuff from now on, now that I think October is next week. So, and then after that, take the front wheels off and paint them as well, once I turn my shed into a paint booth, little work area during the fall and winter hours. So, but there it is. I'm very excited, very happy. So, looking much better. So I don't know if I've shown everyone what I use on my grinder. It's just a big old wire wheel I use for the majority of taking off this old paint. So I'm going to do the rest of this off camera. Alright, there it is, a little quick update. I didn't get the front done yet. I want to take this off. It might give me a little bit of issue. I got some seafoam deep creep on those bolts and nuts. A little bit of rust. Down here, I'm just gonna hit the sander and go over all that. I might have to do some little bit of body filler. Up here, you can see it's pitted. There's some holes. So I have to do some body filler up here as well. But got all the old paint off, so there we go. Just keep chipping away at it. Well, I just took off my, I believe they're called fog light assembly right here, and boy, this was rough. I was trying to take the bulb out and it broke pretty bad, and both these bolts broke and it just all rusted up and seized up. So I got a little bit of work to do. I'm going to replace the wiring in this old car anyways, so I just cut the wire off. It's all cracked and frayed. Wires were exposed, so I just cut them off. Clean that up. Maybe throw some filler in that just to smooth it out. I mean, you're not going to see it anyways, so I might have to look and see if they have new ones of these. So that'd be kind of tough to clean up, but I could do it. So, all right, just keeping you updated. All right, got a little body filler going. It'll probably rust up later down the road, but for now, it'll do. I did that little streak right there, that little strip up here, just hitting a little bits. Again, it'll rust up. I kind of like that look. Anyways, I thought I'd start out clean. I hit this area down here again. So, yeah, I kind of like the rusted over the paint look. It's already starting to do that with the area I did back here. You can see right here. There we go. So it's already starting to rust up. So what I'll do is put maybe a semi-gloss clear coat over that, and then that'll slowly start to rust up. That'll look pretty cool over the blue. So that's it for now. Let's do a quick cleanup. Gotta wait for that to dry to sand it, and then I can paint it. Okay, here we go. Got it all sanded with the first layer of primer on there. That self-etching primer. I use that because it has phosphoric acid or something like that. I'd have to read it again. But there it is. So then I'll go over it with the white primer, top coat. So yeah, just keep chipping away at it. Look very nice. Got the first coat. All right, here we go. I am very excited. Take a walk around. Looks like I got a little primer on the door there. There it is. One step closer. I keep chipping away at it. All right, working on the passenger side fender. It's just going to be more of the same, just taking off this old paint. Could not get the nuts off the back of that, so I've decided to leave it. I'm going to tape it up, clean this up a little bit more, and then got this off. A bit of a pain, but I finally got it off, so I'm happy about that. So, all right, just going to take my little wire wheel and take off the old paint. All right, here we go. So I got the rest of that paint off. Somebody had a really thick body filler going on right here. It was white. They had a lot of body filler on this. I'll probably clean that all off. Take that dent out. There's a dent right here. I don't know if you can see that. It's kind of. This is body filler I did earlier. And so I did a little bit up here up top. Just filling in a little bit of holes. This had a ton of body filler. And once I got sanded it all off, it was pretty bad. So I went over it with the metal reinfused filler, and then down here in front as well. So it'll look a little nicer, not perfect, but yeah, next step is to sand and then paint it. All right, there we go. Got it sanded and got the first coat of primer on it. Cleaned up the bottom, applied more body filler. Don't think you're supposed to do that, but I did it anyways. So next time I'm out here, I'll clean that up. So just keep chipping away at it. All right, well, I got three coats of this white primer. Still looking pretty rough though, if you look closely there. All done up like a big crease right there. And then down here looks so much better, but you can see there's a dent and ripples, but way better than what it was. So I'm okay with that. So yeah, just keep chipping away at it. Let this dry, and then I'll go ahead and paint it. Here we go, another fender taken care of. All painted up. That looks a lot nicer. Definitely not a professional job, but it looks a lot nicer than what it did. Now the entire car is almost finished. Of course, I got the hood, as you can see, and this little section up here, and then the car will be one complete color again. It isn't factory color, but I love the color. It's not a color that you see on any vehicles. I wanted a nice medium blue, and I think I found the perfect color. Just absolutely love it. There it is. So just 2 more sections to go, and I'm done with the body and paint. Okay, I decided that I'm going to paint the lettering on this little piece of trim. It says Ford Custom. So what I'm going to do is grab paper towels right here and grab a couple pieces of tape. And then tape it to the car. There we go. Just like that. The next, what I'm going to do, so I'm going to paint it red. This is the same tester's paint that I used for my trunk lid. Oh my goodness, the trunk lid handle. I'm not sponsored by Testers. This is the paint I bought. This is what I'm using. It's just model paint. I don't know how well it will work in the weather. So what I like to do is just take a toothpick, and stir the paint up, some old paint. Like that. And then wipe it off. That'll do. Alright, so let's get painting. I got a little paintbrush right here. This is what I'm using. Okay, let's see. So, alright, let's get started. Alright, well, some of you are probably thinking that looks like crap. And that's because it does. I'm not finished. So what I'm going to do is let this paint dry 30 minutes. And then we'll go back over it again. Second coat. And then I'll show you how I clean it up. Okay. There we go. Wipe this off. So another thing that I have that I use right here, it says paint thinner. This is a little bottle of Tester's paint thinner, and that's what I use to clean my brush. All right, give that about 30 minutes, and then we'll do a second coat of paint. So here's a closer look at the lettering. This is the first coat of paint. You can still see the black paint through it. That's why I want to do a second coat. That's why I mentioned it looks like crap. It was really hard to tell from where the phone was, the stand is. So second coat, look a lot nicer. And then I'll show you how to clean up the edges. All right, well, here we go. Round 2. This might be a little easier to see this time. All right. Done with the second coat. Now we'll start cleaning it up. Might need to go over it just one more time. Hit the little touches. There we go. So what I do is I just use the paint thinner and I clean up the edges. Quite time consuming. Very time consuming. Alright, we'll continue to let that dry and then go over it, and still areas I need to touch up, but just about finished. Alright, I am going to do some touch-ups. Just about finished. Alright, well, it looks like I gotta clean up my mess again. But much better, looks a lot nicer. Probably shouldn't do this with, I guess I should have used like pinstriping paint or something, but I happen to have plastic model paint. So, good enough for now. Alright. Let's do the cleanup again. I call that good. Well, there it is. I'm gonna call that good. Alright, now that I'm done, let's move this back a little bit. It's a little dirty from all the sanding and wind blowing the dirt all over the place. So let's take this off. Oops. A little paint on the car, that's all right. So you can see it's a little dirty, so what I have here is just some steel wool 4/0 or 4/0, I guess grit, that's what you call it. And then just do a light clean, light scrub. Do a quick polish up. I won't do this yet. I'm going to let it dry a little bit more. Oh, let's go up top here. There we go. Just let it dry. Yeah, I should be doing this quite yet. But yeah, just do a quick polish. Again, I'll let it dry. So I won't let you watch me paint the other side because I've already painted the other side. But I need to go and install it. So let's polish this up real quick. This one's a little beat up. There we go. All right. That'll work. That'll do. So let's go install this side. All right, so I went and bought clips, I guess is what they're called. And they go on the back of these here. They just slide in. Like this, and then you can adjust to where the holes are. And there's the holes. Right here, that's where those go. So I believe, let me get me situated here. I think they gotta go the other way. Alright, so stuck. There we go. And then it should sit this way. All right, so let's take these screws off. And then line up the holes. Interesting. Well, that doesn't line up, does it? Well, that's interesting. So oh, interesting. So it looks like I need a smaller clip for back here, because that should go. Yep. Well, that's a bummer, because I don't have it. Yeah, right there. Well, shoot. All right, what I need to do is do a quick measurement. hopefully that'll be the correct measurement. Let's grab some tape. That'll do. Alright, let's see if I can clamp this down. All right, well, hopefully I did this correctly. That is a success. I am going to go with that. All right, now let's install this thing. Oh, very happy. All right, so I got that piece cut. Fits in there perfectly. And now I just gotta take this back off and adjust it. Okay. There we go. Right down the edge. Ooh. Very excited. Okay. Let me go check the other side, see how close it is to the door. And it is right on the edge. Right over here. Right on the edge. There we go. That's where the other side's at. Alright, now let's tighten it down. Okay. There it is. It's a little loose, but there we go. Beautiful. Whew. That looks very nice. Let's get that camera off the stand. All right, that's just the little things. I think that's backed out all the way. Oh, yes. And you come down closer, and you got the red lettering. You come down here in red lettering. Beautiful. Absolutely love it.